Based on the admission of fisherfolks here in Marcona of southern Peru, these waters are not as clear as those in the Caribbean. But like fisherfolks in the Caribbean, fishermen here in Marcona are being affected by climate change, but they are also fighting back. Looking eastward from Punta Blanca in southwestern Peru is sight unfamiliar in the Caribbean. To the west, however, a view Caribbean residents can relate to. Marcona is a mining district located some 500 kilometers from Peru's capital, Lima. Fishing is a long-standing part of the local economy. I've taken the 10-hour bus ride from Lima to Marcona to learn about how the local community is adapting to challenges similar to those faced in the Caribbean: climate change, sustainable use of natural resources, and the generation of affordable, clean energy. Artisan fishermen Julio Rubio Canales and Graciano Crespos Fernandez have been diving for almost 40 years. As a result of climate change, the sea is getting warmer, putting more stress on the red sea urchins, a prized and pricey delicacy in many places in the world. Overharvesting was pushing the sea urchins even closer to the brink. The fishermen decided to take matters into their own hands, imposing on themselves a temporary ban on harvesting sea urchins.
What they're working on, the goal is for that this resource can recover so that they have enough stock to then sustainably harvest it.
Washington Espinosa is president of COPMA, a group of 16 fishing associations along a 23-kilometer stretch of Marcona.
Since 2003, we had a very economical problem in Marcona. We didn't have money to get some bread for our homes, and the government, through a law, delivered us an area, an ecosystem area.
The community learned that giant kelp, large seaweed, could generate money for them. With sustainable use in mind, they decided to harvest only the kelp that washes ashore rather than cutting it where it grows in the sea. This even as the giant seaweed is sold to China for as much as $600 a ton. Peruvian youths are also buying into the mantra of sustainable use of marine resources. These young chefs from Lima are exploring the use of kelp in their meals to relieve pressure on whitefish meat. Back on land and some distance away, the huge windmills of Peru's first wind farm, Marcona Wind Farm, rises out of the desert. At the farm, 11 turbines can generate 32 megawatts of electricity, enough to meet the needs of 30,000 homes. It is a US $70 million investment, which can be recouped in 10 years. The electricity is sold at US $66 a megawatt. This is compared to US $200 per megawatt for electricity generated by solar panels. Outside of climate change, the cost of electricity remains possibly the biggest developmental challenge for the Caribbean, where domestic consumers pay up to 50 US cents per kilowatt hour of electricity. Like Peru, the Caribbean faces many of the challenges of sustainable use of marine and other natural resources in the face of added pressures of climate change. But as residents of Marcona have proven, amidst the challenges of climate change, there are also many opportunities. Kenton Chance, CMC News, Marcona, Peru.